Right from independence, Ghana was ready to prove to the world that she could indeed take charge of her own affairs. So one of the landmark locations open for business in the 1960s was the International Trade Fair Center, a destination to host international trade shows and exhibitions. For many years, the Trade Fair Center in Accra was a magnet for major displays of products from handmade goods to machine-made productions, and also demonstrated achievements in technology, among others. But today, this heartbeat of business, where commercial deals were concluded and business ties established, can best be described as requiring life support. That is, if it must continue to play its role to help grow international economic ties.
It was one of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's dreams to put Ghana on the path of industrialization and promote both intra-Africa and international trade. The ideal thing, therefore, was to have a permanent space for international trade fairs. Since Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah had been overthrown when the Trade Fair Center was completed, Ghana's leader at the time, Lieutenant General J.A. Ankara, opened the first international trade fair in 1967. Back in the day when the center bustled with activities, its memorable exhibitions and fairs, including the yearly grand sales, showcasing Ghana's rich local goods and services, Indutech, a display of technology and industry, as well as educational fairs, were a sight to behold. The space, services, patronage and location of the place also made it a preferable center for social and political events as well. The structure has offices, a children's playground, an entertainment arena, a presidential parlor, and is also partitioned into pavilions from A to Z. 50 years on, the Ghana International Trade Fair is a pale shadow of its former self and struggling to remain relevant. Stiff competition, globalization, ICT and modernity seem to have conspired to kick the once vibrant center off the market. The trade fair site sits on an aerial land of 247.5 acres, with almost 90% of the facility left to rot due to lack of maintenance. Furniture and fittings, stalls, the pavilions, walkways are all broken down. Management of the center has a huge debt stock owned the utility providers ECG and Ghana Water Company. Staff have also not been paid for the past 2 years, while those who have gone on pension are yet to receive their end-of-service benefits. For 2 years now, the ECG has disconnected power to the center, thus making it an unattractive venue for business and also compelling some companies to fold up. Those who still use this location have resorted to the use of plants, while others have acquired their own personal meters from the ECG. Out of the 26 pavilions, only 2, as well as this mobile pavilion, are used by management for the quarterly and annual fairs. As a limited liability company, management has rented out some of the pavilions to corporate entities and individuals in order to stay alive. The center has 250 tenants who pay 2 cedi 50 pesos per square meter, being the approved charges from the Ghana Rent Control. As part of the Ghana at 60 celebrations, the center organized the 21st Ghana International Trade Fair with the theme One District, One Factory, National Development Agenda. Sources say the fair did not attract the needed patronage and attention, with one of the reasons being lack of publicity. When GBC 24 paid a visit to the center, some Guinean exhibitors had displayed their wares at the wings of Pavilion A, hoping to make some sales, even though the fair had ended a week earlier.
If you call your customers, tell us, don't know a trade fair starts. But nobody don't know trade fair starts. Nobody knows it. People no come.
No advertisement. They not do any advertisement for show to the people we there.
The Parliamentary Select Committee on Trade, Industry and Tourism, led by its chair, Mr. Daniel Titus Glover, was at the trade fair site. The visit was simple to determine how to breathe life back into the Ghana International Trade Fair Center.
For the past 40 years that the land was acquired, no compensation was paid, and therefore there's no title to the land. We do not have title. The last time that we attempted to get title, we got Land Commission to measure the land for the trade fair. They came in once and said we should put down $2 million. We didn't have it, and we don't know where we would get that money from. We passed on the message to the ministry. Nothing was done. But it dovetails into the redevelopment that government has been trying to do for the past so many years.
The executive instrument says that the land has been acquired by the state. So the compensation accruing therefrom is from the state to the original owners of the land. But you, as a limited liability company, if you want to locate here, you need to acquire the land from the state. Have you done that? For which you can also sublet part of your acquisition to your tenants. If you don't have title, you cannot give title.